Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA, here to review Four Good Days, the latest film directed by Rodrigo Garcia, which premiered at the 2020 Sundance Film Festival and will be released courtesy of Vertical Entertainment April 30th, 2021. Of course, Garcia, who is the son of Gabriel Garcia Marquez, has been directing features for over 20 years now. He began as a narrative filmmaker with Glenn Close in Things You Can Tell Just by Looking at Her. And she also starred in his 9 Stories, and also notably Albert Nobbs in 2011, which she received an Oscar nomination for. The latest stars Glenn Close as a mother named Deb, whose daughter Molly has been addicted to opioids for the past decade, and suddenly shows up on her doorstep asking to come home and needing assistance. There's a lot of resistance on Deb's part because she knows better, but after she sees her daughter spend the night in the cold outside her doorstep, she takes pity on her, drives her to detox, where Molly will be allowed, played by Mila Kunis by the way, for 3 days. In speaking with a physician, and they're also in Riverside, California, the physician says there's now a shot that can be administered that will basically render her reactions to opioids is null. Like she won't get high and experience, and therefore be able to wean herself finally off of these drugs. However, the catch is you have to have no drugs, opioids in your systems for a whole week. So they have another 4 days to go, hence the title. So Molly is taken back to her mother's house, where she kind of outfits her with a garage where there's an alarm on the door. And you'd think that the film would have them stay there for those remaining 4 days, but all kinds of contrived things happen to make this scenario more harrowing than it should be. And that's really where the film kind of trips up on itself and kind of takes on the semblance of a Lifetime film, even though it is, as we're learned at the end, inspired by an actual mother and daughter. Garcia's script, along with Eli Saslow, feels like they don't really know what they're talking about all the time. That said, Close and Kunis really do elevate the material at every potential point. It's not enough to make this film a very good film. It's just that they are a driving force of empathy, even when they are outfitted with moments where the script doesn't really do the work to make them a payoff, such as a really well done monologue with Mila Kunis in front of a group of students, albeit during these 4 days still, where she's supposed to be weaning herself off of drugs, is talking to a health class at a high school, which really makes no sense. There's a bevy of films, of course, dealing with similar subject matters of parents dealing with children that are trying to get clean. A few in recent memory are Ben is Back with Julie Roberts and Luke Hedges, and Beautiful Boy with Timothée Chalamet and Steve Carell. So it's nice to see two women, even if they are kind of oddly cast. They don't always seem like mother and daughter. But what the material really needed was for this to feel kind of like Marcia Norman's play, Night Mother, where these two women at odds because of choices they both made in their lives, and kind of sussing that out. I think that would have been revelatory. And also the detox, that's in itself is a kind of a cliche, like maybe Robert Downey Jr. in Less Than Zero, the strenuousness of that. And there's also a scene where Glenn Close kind of gets that Shirley MacLaine in terms of endearment moment. It just seems like it's too cut from the same cloth with too many other films to feel like it's adding something relevant. And the contrived scenario and kind of a lack of grit that this really needs kind of demeans it. Overall, I would give 4 Good Days 2 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.